Welcome here today, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of NASCAR Heat 5 on the channel today. Another full race live stream as we get going at Talladega Super Speedway, the final race of the round of 8 for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. This should be a lot of fun. In this final race of the round of 8, again, Talladega Super Speedway for 94 laps and 250 miles here tonight. Glad to bring you guys this one here today. We'll take a look at the point standings after qualifying, but what we do know is Chase Elliott is already locked into the championship for winning the first two races of the round of 8 at both Iowa and then Michigan. He's going to have to fight hard here tonight to get this next one. Going to be racing with the steering wheel at Talladega here in this one, so without further ado, we'll hop into qualifying and we'll see just where Chase Elliott might qualify for tonight's race. Call 88, R6, welcome to the stream. Garrett Master 2000, welcome. Chase Elliott getting up to speed through the shifts here. So we go restrictor plate racing tonight at Talladega in the Truck Series. No practice, jumping straight into the race here could become a huge challenge. Yeah, I do plan on doing a predictions video for the overall playoffs. I don't have time to really get to that until Thursday or Friday, though. But I will promise that will be up and on the channel before this weekend's race for sure. Patrick Chatterley, welcome to the stream. Been waiting all day for this, thanks, man. And here we go. One lap for Chase Elliott to try and sit on the pole, or at least get a decent starting spot. My speed in general on the super speedways on this game, when it comes to qualifying, we just don't have single car speed. Usually we are really good in the draft during the course of the race. We just don't have that qualifying speed, so likely looking at Chase Elliott starting from the back, not having a good qualifying attempt here, but we'll wait and see. So at the start-finish line here, 53.246 will be the lap time for Chase Elliott. And he'll be starting dead last, 30 seconds. So, again, not that great in qualifying here. B, welcome to the stream. Yep, I leave on Thursday. I will be streaming tomorrow night. We'll go Iowa Xfinity Series, and I'm not sure what series we're going to do exactly, whether it's going to be the Xfinity or Cup on Thursday. It just depends on how much time I have before I leave, because I won't be leaving until my dad gets off of work early in the afternoon, because he is going along with me. Sheldon Creed will be on the pole for tonight's race. Jordan Anderson will be starting second, so a couple of non-playoff drivers on the front row. One driver will be starting at the rear of the field, pushing Elliott's starting spot to 31st. When will the Chase for 8 be back? Yeah, it could be back Thursday, with not being able to stream Friday through Monday, so no real timetable for that. Then we got Thunder 04 hopefully coming the following week also. So again, looking at this round, Chase Elliott has won the first two races of the round. He is the first of 4 drivers that is locked into the championship 4. Now we look at the point standings here. 8 points to the good. Currently second is Ross Chastain. Third, 6 points to the good, is Grant Enfinger. And the last spot on points coming into the race tonight is Ben Rhodes. 3 points to the good above the cut line. Riley Herbst is the first driver below the cut line at 3 points. -3, that is. -14. You got to go quite a ways back to find Matt Crafton, who comes in 6th in points. 7th in points, even further back, is Johnny Sauter, who is -23. And Austin Hill, -24, coming into tonight's race also. With 32 drivers and a win, and you're automatically in. Points are paid. Second place would get 35 points, all the way back to 32nd dead last would get 5. So only a 30-point buffer there. So guys like Austin Hill and Johnny Sauter, unless some of those drivers above the cut line get into an accident, we're likely looking at those two drivers having to win to get into the championship 4. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the course of the race tonight as we get started here in this one. Tyler Ankrum, maybe not going to be quite as fast. Anything could happen here at Talladega, though, and Stuart Friesen will be the lone driver starting at the rear of the field. Once again, Sheldon Creed on the pole for tonight's race. So, yeah, I'll just be there for strictly the Cup Series because they're not allowing anybody for the Xfinity or trucks this weekend, unfortunately. Green flag in the air at Talladega, we're underway. Who will be the final 3 drivers to clinch their way into the Championship 4 at Vegas? A hotly contested race likely ahead for these Truck Series drivers. 7 drivers going for the final 3 spots to decide their way and decide their fate into possibly winning a championship in this custom schedule season on Heat 5. Braden Thompson, welcome to the stream. 10 people, 11 people now watching early on. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Opening lap of the race. Looked like Tanner Gray went high. And Stuart Friesen now to give Chase Elliott a big push through turns 3 and 4. They're getting a sudden all the way to the bottom. 3 wide goes Elliott. Run kind of stalled out. Friesen stopped following him there. Oh, Tyler Hill got loose through the tri-oval. He drastically went up the track also. Elliott right to the back bumper of John Hunter Nemechek. Tough to tell exactly who led the first lap of the race. I had to guess it was likely Sheldon Creed. Austin Hill finds himself in line. Boy, oh boy. And Chase Elliott now moves up to the middle lane. Now looks high. Oh, man, Angelo Ruck with a big block to the outside. Nowhere to go for Chase. Stays in line right behind Angelo through turns 3 and 4. Matt Crafton right behind Elliott trying to get through the field. No stage points on the line here. Finishing points, only way to score, but for these playoff drivers, outside of Elliott, of course, you wonder, can they even make it to the end of the race to give themselves a shot? You get in an accident, you're likely not going to make it into the round of 8. So you've definitely got to keep that truck alive to the very finish. Friesen trying to control the lanes there. Moved high, back down to the inside. Moves high again. Elliott had enough of a run to get to the inside. 3 by 3 down the back straightaway. And they are now looking to go 4 wide. Not quite by the time they get into the corner. Tyler Hill played it smart there. Kind of checked up, and now they're 4 wide. So they are 4 wide after all. And now we're currently 4 wide off of turn 4 with Chase Elliott all the way on the bottom near the double yellow line. Friesen with a big side draft there. Oh, Tyler Hill got thrown in the mix. Not a lot of room. They are still 3 to 4 wide through the tri-oval. Unbelievable how there hasn't even been any contact through all that. And Elliott, meanwhile, up to 15th. And that is still a mess now behind Elliott as he clears them all off of turn 2. Yeah, I'll definitely have some parts of the race in the vlog for sure. Definitely plan on it. Looks like they're going 3 wide up there for about 2nd place. Elliott moves down right in front of Austin Wayne Self, and look at that big push he gave him. Elliott might have went below the WL line, so got out of the gas to make sure he wasn't going to pass completely down there. Gave Chastain and Majeski the room they needed to get their spots back, and now Tyler Hill gave Elliott a big push, and Elliott's got a big run again into turn 1. Nowhere to really go with it other than to get out of the gas and line himself behind that 45 truck of Majeski. And Johnny Sauter, sorry, no, that's Zane Smith moving his lines up. Chastain with a big side draft on the outside there. Yeah, I don't have a prediction to win that race this week quite yet, and I'll have a predictions video. Two predictions videos this week, one for the playoffs in particular, and then one for the race this week, and I'll get fantasy live advice, of course, as well. Kyle Busch Chase Elliott to the bottom, 3 wide. Fastest lap of the race that time by Elliott. 5 laps complete in the early going of this one. Look at that line on the outside. Quite a few trucks up there, and now Chastain going to team with Elliott. Why not? Elliott's already locked in to the championship 4. He's not racing him this week as far as the points go. Yep, it's at Darlington this week. Southern 500, one of the crown jewels in the first playoff race for the Cup Series, so should be a lot of fun. Oh, all the way to the top, 3 wide goes Elliott, but he doesn't have any help behind him. He just had a big run and nowhere to go with it, and caution's out behind us now for the first time tonight. So on just lap 6 of this race, we get our first caution, with Ty Gilliland leading the field right now. Playoff driver Riley Herbst in second. Looks like Zane Smith will hit pit road along with Tanner Gray. It's a little bit of pit strategy by those guys, topping off on fuel here. Why not? First time Darlington is in the playoffs. Yes, it is. Yep, third time they've raced at Darlington this year. First 500-mile race, though, that they've raced at Darlington this year. The other 2 races were shorter. So here we go, green flag back in the air. Like Sheldon Creed had a little bit of a wheel spin on the bottom, and look at up the middle goes Natalie Decker, and Chase Elliott's going to try to give her a little bit of a push here. Riley Herbst is hung out to dry. That middle lane trying to get going. That was a bold move by Decker, but it took Elliott a little bit of time to get to that point, restarting a couple rows behind where Decker was. And now Riley Herbst's going to give Chase Elliott a push. Going into turn 3, 2 by 2 through the field, side by side for the lead. Christian Eckes to the bottom. Elliott's got a big run. Decker looked to go high, thought better of it. Elliott still had a huge run there, and he's getting a major push from Riley Herbst now through the tri-oval. 3 wide on the top side of the racetrack. 24 and the 51 have locked bumpers, and now Todd Gilliland pulls up in front of Chase all of a sudden. We'll see if he'll stay there. And he's going to have to. 3 by 3 through the field. Herbst gets lost near the wall. Elliott gives Gilliland a shot. Help from Jennifer Jo Cobb. Very intense on the top side of the track nonetheless, but they're trying to work together. Get this upper lane going. Got nothing to lose, be super aggressive. Always want to win here. Oh, Gilliland got loose. Elliott jumps to the middle lane now. Oh, Jennifer Jo Cobb got tight in the middle of the corner. Oh, Majeski gets sideways. My goodness, what a save by Ty Majeski. Elliott finds his way back down to the bottom again, and there would have been nowhere to go for Chase Elliott if he wiped out there, being on the top lane. Another risk you have running the top. What a save. Majeski definitely lost a couple spots, but that could have been a heck of a lot worse. These trucks look very unstable in the pack here today. And trouble down the back straightaway. Saunders involved. John Hunter Nemechek's involved. Elliott bounced off the wall up at turn 2. Caution is out for the second time tonight as Eckes leads. I looked away for 2 seconds when I really shouldn't have. I was looking at the chat. I was looking at the chat off of turn 2 and I hit the wall. Oh man, that was dumb. That was definitely my fault on that one. Johnny Sauter in the playoffs, of course. He did not need that. Joshua White, welcome to the stream. We can repair this. I caused the accident, so I'm not going to pit. That was dumb. That should not have happened. I've been getting better at that, being able to look at the chat while I'm racing, but at Talladega it's a whole different level, so sorry if I don't get to some of your guys' questions like usual throughout the course of the stream. But nevertheless, green flag back in the air, and again, Elliott will restart in the 8th position. Not really banged up, he got really lucky there. Jesse Jones, welcome to the stream. Tyler Burback, also welcome. Oh, look at Elliott, very aggressive, 4 wide on the restart. Trying to be that first truck in line on the outside. He's got a great restart, but he doesn't have a lot of help. But look at the run Elliott's got off of turn 2. Maybe trying to side draft Jordan Anderson. He's waiting for somebody to push him from behind. But now can Anderson get a side draft on Eckes? They're 3 wide for the lead into turn 3. Eckes has the pole on the bottom. Believe that's Brett Moffitt in the 23 truck on the outside. Jordan Anderson fails back in the middle. Nemechek had one heck of a restart on the bottom. He's quickly up to 3rd. Now the outside of Jennifer Jo Cobb. Inside gaining headway. Jennifer Jo Cobb pulls up in front of Nemechek now. Elliott all the way to the outside, 3 wide. Again, help from Moffitt from behind. Actually, no, that's Jordan Anderson in the 3 truck now. And he is pushing Elliott right in the center of the corner. Very difficult to hold on to the truck. Decker got loose. A lot of aggressive blocks at the front of the field here. Oh, Nemechek moved up right in front of Elliott. And you saw all the air get taken off of Elliott's truck as soon as that happened. He moved straight up the track. Good job keeping it off the wall. Lost a lot of momentum. Anderson got stuck behind him, had to get out of the gas also. So Elliott's falling outside of the top 10 now. About 15 laps into the race, has not yet lit a lap. Oh man, Austin Hill about drilled the side of Ankrum. Haiti, welcome to the stream. 15 people watching currently. Thanks for everybody tuning in here tonight. Playoff racing at Talladega in the Truck Series, and it is the final race of the round of 8 to decide who will be the championship 4 drivers. 2 playoff drivers right there working together. Austin Hill, Ben Rhodes, Hill in almost a must-win situation. There's Herbst also in the top 10. Seen a lot of playoff drivers up towards the front of the field. I believe Chastain is up in the top 5 also. And we did see Crafton up here for a little bit, but he has fallen outside of the top 10 right before that last caution came out. They got right on that right rear of Herbst. I think he was going to try to line up behind him and got a little tight off the exit of the corner there. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. Still fairly early in the race. Lap 18 of 94 and already 2 early cautions. Elliott's gotten lucky though. And he's currently now battling for a top 5 position. More trucks on the inside than the outside off of turn 4. Ross Chastain leads the field. Came in above the cut line by 8 points. So doesn't necessarily need to win today, but a win would obviously go a long way, give him a lot of momentum going towards Vegas in the championship race whenever that comes within the next few weeks. Of course, again, I want to have all the championship races 3 consecutive days if at all possible, so might be a while before you see that Truck Series championship. New Tony Stewart games coming out on the 4th. I did not know that. I don't plan on getting it right away. We got too much going on NASCAR related right now that I just don't have time to. And Eckes is now going to give Elliott the push. Natalie Decker up in 2nd place right behind Josh Reaume. Reaume qualified top 3 for this race. See, Natalie Decker might be able to go for the lead here before long. We'll see what Chase Elliott might end up doing. It's going to the outside quite a bit. You've seen a lot of drivers try a couple different lanes as Decker and Elliott stay on the bottom. Can Elliott get to the back bumper of Decker? He is all over the back bumper of Decker. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Reum pulls off the block. This doesn't seem like Decker's quite got the horsepower in that race truck. Top 3 kind of separating themselves from the rest of the pack here. Wreckhurst. Nah, I can't do that. .74 to go. Elliott looks high. Not really any help though. Quick film of the parking lot. I want to see how big it is. Yeah, there will be a lot of open space for sure with only 8,000 people there. Oh wow, look at that run Moffitt had, and it was all by himself of all things too. Went to the outside, his run stalls out, nobody goes with him. Sheldon Creed, the pole sitter for today's race, sits behind Elliott, giving him a shot off of turn 4. And Elliott just doesn't seem like he's got the speed to really make a lot of passes at the front of the pack. At least needs some help usually. Elliott moves high, nobody goes with him now. Creed goes to the bottom. Moffitt's on the bottom, and nobody's going to let Chase Elliott in right now. And he'll duck in line behind Moffitt right in front of Ben Rhodes. Rhodes locks bumpers now with Chase. Oh, Creed goes high. Moffitt tried to go with him. They're still up there. Elliott's got a big run on the bottom. He gets underneath Moffitt. Reum goes high. Sees the run. Sheldon Creed looking up the middle, but the lane closed. Here comes Decker on the bottom with a run. Reum blocks it off, and oh, Elliott gets all the way underneath Decker. 3 wide for second. My goodness, what a move. Creed had help from behind from Moffitt. Moffitt backed out. He pulls in line behind Elliott. Sees that inside lane prevailing again. Decker goes back to the sucker hole up the middle. Elliott now up to second place. It's as high as he has ran all day long. And now getting a big push down the back straightaway from Brett Moffitt, former Truck Series champion. 2 years ago. Missed the playoffs, but does have a win on this custom schedule season. And Elliott all over the back of Reum, trying to get that first lap lead of the race. And he's going to get to the inside of Reum. Big side draft through the tri-oval at the start-finish line. Elliott will lead his first lap of the race by inches at lap 24, and Moffitt will push him into turn 1, and Elliott is all clear. Moffitt still pushing him out there. And now let's go to maybe try to get a run himself. So Chase Elliott just led his first lap of the race. Took a little over a quarter of the race to get there, but he got there nonetheless. Oh, Moffitt had a huge run. Elliott thought about blocking, but he could not block that run. Look at how much faster the pack is going. Elliott got a little too far out ahead, and now he's getting freight trained a lot around the top. No help. My goodness, he tried to squeeze in there, and he just can't do it. Look at how fast Elliott is dropping like a rock here. It's a lot harder to make aggressive moves at the steering wheel, let me tell you. Definitely got to play it safe this early in the race. Still 70 to go. Oh, Sheldon Creed not wanting to play it safe. He goes right up the middle. Oh, no! Elliott about got turned by Sauter in the center of the corner. Sauter got right into the left rear corner panel. He did not hit him square at all. And Elliott back down to the bottom in front of Eckes and behind Crafton. Fell from 1st to 16th in about a 3/4 to a full lap. Unbelievable. And he'll try to gain this time right back up. Not impossible by any means here at Talladega. Big push to the back of Enfinger. Seen a lot of playoff drivers in the top 15 here tonight, that is for sure. How thrilling would it be for one of those guys who have not won in this round to get that win, to get into the championship? That would be one heck of a performance, especially if you're below the cut line coming in, like Sauter and Hill, that are seemingly in must-win scenarios, 23 and 24 points back. Joe Nemechek won our Xfinity race here on the Xfinity Series custom schedule season at Talladega. Can he win the truck race? Pretty incredible. Pull off a major upset. He will be in the Xfinity Series playoffs, but he is not and did not make the Truck Series playoffs. Dave's pretty good so far, Jacob. Thanks for asking. And thanks for joining the stream, of course. Elliott pushing Riley Herbst. We are less than 10 laps away from pit stops here in this one under green. We have seen a few guys pit under those first two cautions of the race, so they can go a little bit further. But they're not going to be anywhere near as fast as what this pack of cars is right now. And we've seen such aggressive blocking and side drafting and bump drafting in this race. These truck races are a lot shorter, and I think that's why you're seeing that out of the gate. Oh, Herbst got loose. Herbst got loose up the exit of two. He hangs onto it, never made contact with anybody, and somehow still stays 3 wide in the middle. He didn't really lose any ground. Greenfield getting a shot from Elliott into turn 3. Look at how loose Greenfield got after that push. Boy, that was a run chase Elliott had. And that was after he got pushed by Grant Enfinger in the 98, who follows him again off of 4. And Greenfield just trying to stay right in front of the 24 truck of Elliott. We can alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in this race here today. 66 laps to go. We take a look at that in-truck cam. How intense this racetrack is. Greenfield moves up. He's got to be careful doing that. And Elliott now moves up to really have a lot of help. And Finger's just going to get that side draft off that right rear. Oh, man! Ross Chastain. I don't know if he got tight or what that was. He went way up the track going into turn 3. Now they're 3 wide for about 4th place. Man, Moffitt lost a huge head of steam. Natalie Decker off of turn 4 through the tri-oval will lead her first lap of the race at the line as Elliott gets to the inside of John Hunter Nemechek now for 2nd place. Natalie Decker in the lead at Talladega, and Greenfield not going to give Elliott a push. So role reversals between Elliott and Greenfield here. That A truck is really trying to side draft Elliott, getting into turn 3. Goes high now, maybe to try and pick up the draft of Natalie Decker. As Decker went high through 3 and 4. Elliott still getting pushed by Greenfield, and for the second different time today, Chase Elliott leads at Talladega, just his 3rd lap led in the first 30 completed laps officially at the start-finish line. 64 laps to go as Greenfield lets go of him. Remember in the first super speedway race of the playoffs at Daytona, the final race of the round of 10, we had a photo finish between Todd Gilliland and Chase Elliott. Look at that run Greenfield had on the top. Elliott went up to block, back down to the bottom, through the middle, trying to block all 3 lines. It's just not possible. And here comes Decker right back on the outside. Got a huge push from the 8 truck there of Nemechek, but Decker could not clear Elliott. Big side draft by Elliott, trying to get her right back. neck and neck now through the tri-oval. And another lead change, because at the line it's going to be Decker leading the lap, but not by much. And here comes Matt Crampton up the middle. Gets shut down by Natalie Decker. Crampton still there. Look at how tight this pack is at the front of the field with green flag pit stops looming. Oh, Elliott got shoved. He got tight. 3 wide as he gets split. And now Decker to the back bumper of Elliott. 3 wide middle now for second place. Sheldon Creed will take the lead into turn 3. Hold your line, ladies and gentlemen. And back to the bottom goes Elliott. Got a nice push in the center of the corner from Jennifer Jo Cobb. Harmon looking to the inside of Sheldon Creed. He is there. Elliott's got a big run in the center of the corner. That was all by himself. And he had nowhere to go with it, so he just gives Mike Harmon a big shove, trying to get this bottom lane to go. Harmon leads at Talladega down the back straightaway. Oh, man. Elliott a little loose into turn 3. Had to get out of the gas there. Older tires. Tires don't really do much for speed when you come to these super speedway racetracks, but they definitely work for handling, and we're a couple laps away from getting 4 fresh tires back on this race truck. Mike Harmon got way out ahead here. But these guys have been running 2 and 3 wide since the start of the race. They're going to have to get to single file somehow to get to pit road. I don't know how that's going to work. Oh, and now Ryun gets to the inside of Chase Elliott. And Harmon still holds on to the lead for now. Elliott's stuck on the outside. Didn't plan on pitting this time, but not where he wants to be for when they come to pit road. Doesn't look like anybody pit further back in the pack that time, so everybody's still waiting. They're still 2 and 3 wide back behind us. $60 laps to go. Harmon pulled a major block. Top 4 single file here. And now the top 5 are single file. That's about as single file as we have been all day long. A chance these guys might end up coming to pit road here. Everybody kind of staying in an accordion. Will they pit this time? I think you're going to see some guys pit. I'm not sure if everybody's going to pit, though. We'll see. Harmon coming to pit road from the lead. Ryun. Austin Wayne Self stay out. A lot of other trucks stay out. Very few trucks hit pit road that time. Elliott stays out as well. And Ryun will consume the lead at the start-finish line. And Austin Wayne Self almost got under in there. That was close. So staying out for one more lap. Elliott will come to pit road this time, as will a lot of the rest of the field here. Who's my pick for the 2020 Bristol playoff race? It's too early to really, predict that, especially in that magnitude, final race of the round. I have to see how the next couple races go. I think Elliott will be one of the ones to beat for sure, though. And on to pit road they come. Got to make sure they don't speed here. 55 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. Good job there by Elliott getting it down, and he actually outbroke those 2 trucks ahead of him to beat them all to pit road. So 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. Elliott's going to repair those 2 seconds of damage while he's in the pits here. Yeah, less than 10 weeks till a champion is crowned. That is for sure. Crazy. 17.4 second stop that time for Chase and his team. A lot slower repairing the damage, so even those two trucks he beat coming out of the pits. See how much time he lost to him. You will have help here for Brett Moffitt from behind as things space out after these pit stops. Ooh, Elliott was shifting from third to fourth when he got pushed from Moffitt, but Moffitt saying, hey, let's go. We got to get up to speed quickly, and I'm willing to work with you. 24 and the 23 truck here, bumper to bumper, just inside the top 10. 16 people watching currently. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We've got more daily NASCAR content on the daily, of course, but we got full race live streams with a realistic broadcast as you guys are seeing here tonight for this truck race at Talladega. We'll go Xfinity Series racing at Iowa for the next race of that championship mode season tomorrow night. Similar start time to what tonight's was. And I'll be going to Darlington this weekend for the Southern 500, so there will be a vlog there. And as usual, for every Cup Series race weekend, we have a predictions video and a post-race analysis video. Also, with the playoffs starting this week, we'll have an additional playoff prediction video, strictly. We'll take a look back at how my preseason predictions went on as far as how the playoffs shook up and the drivers that are predicted that did make the playoffs and that did not make the playoffs. So Zane Smith, Tanner Gray, Stuart Friesen will be pitting here. They were the last three that stayed out. Elliott will cycle through as the leader. That is the third caution of the race as we have 57 laps to go. Pixelated, welcome to the stream. Doing pretty good, man. So here we go. Green flag back in the air for Chase. So lead the field to the green, trying to sweep the round of 8 in this Truck Series playoffs if he can win this third and final race of the round here today. And leave it up to everybody else to try and decide those final 3 spots on points. Currently 19 people watching. Again, thanks for everybody tuning in. The record for the most people watching at one point in time is 37. That was back some time ago. But let's get this up there. Let's get this viewership up there. Maybe have a shot to break the record. Ellie got quite a ways out. Inside Uranus, welcome to the stream. Look at them going 3 wide for second place there down the backstretch before Tyler Hill gets a big push from Tate Fogelman from behind on the inside. They line up right behind Elliott off of turn 4 near that double yellow line on the bottom of the track. No moves made by Tyler Hill, but he does have help if he decides to make the move. Grant Enfinger up to 4th, playoff driver. Came in barely above the cut line by 6 points entering this race, so we'll see if he can do anything today. With a 4th place run, he should make the playoffs. No matter who finishes ahead of him. So right at the end of the race again, because I have been having to calculate the points in the playoffs for both the Cup and the Truck Series, as well as the entire Xfinity Series season, due to the game glitches. I don't know if they're fixed or not necessarily, but I don't trust them, so we're going to keep doing that by hand. So at the end of the race, I'll tell you guys who the championship 4 will be. We know Elliott will be there with a win automatically. We'll see who the other 3 guys are as soon as this race comes to an end. But we'll keep an eye on how they're running throughout the course of the night, as we've done a great job of that so far, strictly because it's a super speedway. We've seen all of them. And speaking of those playoff drivers, here comes Enfinger now leading the top side. He wants to get to the lead in this thing. So we get later and later into the race, and now Elliott came off the bottom, and there's mistake number 1. I mean, Tyler Hill just stayed to the inside. He had help from behind, and Elliott just flat out didn't stay on the bottom, so. Oh, Fogelman hops out of line right in front of Elliott. Elliott wants no part of it. He goes above him. He's got a little bit of help. Oh, they're 4 wide back behind us out of the rear view. 4 wide. Oh, up the middle. Elliott gets hooked middle of the pack, and it just stuffed Enfinger in the wall. Wow, that's going to space the pack apart quite a bit. What a save! A shot from behind. Gillen trying to get Elliott to go. A lot of track position lost there. That could have been the big one through the tri-oval at Talladega. An unbelievable job by a lot of guys saving it. Elliott about got turned as they went 4 wide through the tri-oval. And again, that is spaced out the field almost completely. A little bit of damage to the back bumper now. Elliott's got a little bit of help behind him, and he's still in the pack. There's still about 6 or 7 trucks behind him yet. A couple of lap trucks in the mix up here, but still scored inside the top 20. He did have Herbst behind him. One of the playoff drivers doesn't necessarily want to be running this far back. 49 laps to go still. Plenty of time to get up there. Still at least one more pit stop. Only had to make one up to this point. Elliott did nothing wrong there. Just aggressive pushing behind him went wrong, and Elliott was almost an innocent bystander and all that. Jason White right in front of the 24 truck. Friesen up the middle. Elliott tries to pick him up now. Oh, they're 4 wide right in front of Elliott going through the tri-oval. Oh, White moves up the track. Oh, Elliott up the middle here, 5 wide, no. Okay, the lane was closed off before Elliott got there. They almost went 5 wide through the tri-oval. Elliott had the lane to go through there, but he didn't quite have enough of a run. I don't know if that was going to work out necessarily, but that really fanned out all of a sudden there. Big run down the backstretch. Chastain running outside the top 15, although he came into the race +8. He does not want to be running here. Top 10 would probably be more like it. Just anchor him a lap down in 29th. Elliott moves up to 17th, passing Gillen. Chastain locks bumpers with Elliott. Cross flags in the air. We're halfway home. 47 laps down, 47 to go here tonight at Talladega. We've had a lot of fun in the early going of this race. 3 cautions so far, but we had 2 earlier, but I wouldn't necessarily call it the big one. Not a lot of damage really taken up by a lot of trucks in there, and all 32 trucks are still on the racetrack. So, oh, look at that run Riley Herbst has on the bottom right behind Elliott. Gives him a big push. So this front pack of 16 trucks is about 1.5 seconds ahead of Elliott, who leads that second pack. And he's getting pushed now by Riley Herbst. So let's see if the second group can stay more organized than the first group and see if they can race each other to get right back up there. And we did see green flag pit stops already in the race, which were the first stops of the race for a lot of the field, all but 3 cars to be exact. Trying to stand that double yellow line as best as he can. Car's a little shaky now with the rear bumper damage. Plus, he's still got somebody pushing his back bumper, but Herbst needs to get up here. Riley came into this race 3 points below the cut line. 17th is likely not going to do it unless he gets some of those playoff drivers to maybe wreck in front of him and get knocked out of the race. 45 to go. We'll alternate to the different camera angles one final time in the race over the next handful of laps or so. Just trying to stay low and go, and they're catching this pack. This second group is catching the front group. A lot more organized. They were 1.5 seconds back about 2 laps ago, and in 2 laps they've gained just over 1 second of time. Almost to that point where they can get the draft off the trucks in front of them, but not quite yet. Through the high banks of Talladega. If he moves up the track, they can get a draft off Anderson. Anderson's starting to lose that front pack now by running up there all by himself with no help from behind. The second group is hanging low right now. They're willing to be patient and just get around Anderson, not really wanting to work the top here. Off of turn 2, they're going to get to the inside of Anderson. So things have calmed down for a short moment. Anderson might try to go down and side draft those guys. He thought about it going into turn 3. They were just moving too fast. He's going to have to find a place in line. And they have caught the draft of Moffitt here off of turn 4. You can just tell slightly simply because Herbst couldn't quite keep up with the back of Elliott's truck. Once Elliott caught those guys. There's a LaRock now trying to run the outside. Large single file train in this front pack now. Elliott gonna get to the inside of Ruck. Elliott gonna go up the track maybe to side draft Ruck here, and hopefully Herbst can kind of pull in line behind him. And he will, so Ruck is still held to the outside. Looks like Friesen goes high, a couple other trucks go high behind Angela. These guys are just over a half a second off of this front group still. They've caught a couple trucks who have lost the front group, but it's still a 14 truck pack right now. But Elliott and Herbst have locked bumpers again. Maybe trying to lead each other up here. Teamwork at its finest right now. Herbst maybe looking for a little bit of that clean air. He popped out of line. I don't think Elliott wanted him to really do that. Elliott's got a big run through 3 and 4 by himself, though. He is really trying desperately. These guys out in front of him are starting to fan out towards the back of the pack at least. And this could allow Elliott to try to close in closer and closer to the back bumper of Brett Moffitt. Ooh, Moffitt got loose in the center of 1 and 2 also. Elliott on the bottom. He's going to get underneath the 68 of Enfinger. Or sorry, not Enfinger, but Dreamfield off the extra of the corner. Christian Eckes just in front of him also. Eckes moves down right in front of Elliott. So Elliott is in the draft of this lead pack, and he's got a car of Dreamfield behind him now, so that's good. Looking high off the turn 4 to the outside of Eckes. He's trying to get a run behind that number 99 truck of Ben Rhodes. He's making headway. Back down to the bottom, in line behind Eckes. Gave Eckes one heck of a shot off of turn 2. They bump draft each other on the bottom now. And now they're going side by side even further up ahead. Almost like there's 3 different packs formed right now. Elliott goes 3 wide to the bottom underneath Eckes. That front group in the top 9 is really racing with one another. Riley Herbst has found the back bumper of Chase Elliott once again through the tri-oval now. 40 laps to go, this time by at Talladega in the Truck Series for the Sugarlands 250. To the inside of Jennifer Jo Cobb. Elliott's got a huge run on Mike Harmon. Oh, and he got underneath both Harmon and Moffitt and Little. What a run Elliott had there. Little really fading back. Moffitt able to hold on in front of Elliott. Here comes Harmon on the outside still. And Riley Herbst snuck underneath those guys back behind where Elliott's at also. Riley Herbst and Chase Elliott have kind of just stayed on the inside most of the way through this. Elliott's popped to the top, but hasn't quite had the run he needed. When Herbst is lined up behind him on the bottom, these two are pretty fast. They have both virtually raced their way into the top 10 together. Great teamwork between the 24 truck and the 51 truck. And now Enfinger hung out on the outside. They've lost a little ground again. So they're up to 8th and 9th. We'll see if Riley's going to follow Chase Elliott through this lead pack. It might be a little more difficult because Riley might try to race for himself here, knowing that he still has to race his way in. Elliott is good to go. But he'd be a great truck to follow. Elliott's on a hot streak here. And has had success on the super speedways this season. Winning the last one at Daytona. Herbst still behind him to the inside of Gustine. The big move there. Elliott looks high. It looks like Rayum kind of pulled off. Elliott pulled away from Herbst. Big run to the bottom. 3 wide goes Elliott. Huge run. More cars lined up on the top side. Tyler Hill leads the field. Enfinger and Austin Wayne Self look high. Oh, Gray got a little loose off of turn 4. He ducks in line behind Elliott now. Hill goes high also. Elliott trying to side draft Austin Wayne Self. Crafton controlling both lines in third, side by side for the lead. John Hunter Nemechek looking for the lead now. Oh, wow, what a push from Tanner Gray, who has come from the back to push Elliott. Elliott now to the outside, behind Tyler Hill. Elliott, oh man, up the middle. What a move. That might stall the outside lane. Elliott going for it all himself here. 3 wide for the lead. Trying to side draft the 0-2. They make contact. Able to hold on. Fogelman to the lead. Elliott still stuck in the middle. Not a lot of help. Austin Wayne Self split to the bottom. Crafton goes to the bottom. He's still got Tanner Gray to his outside, and now Gray has cleared Elliott. Elliott in line behind Tanner through turns 1 and 2. And we'll try it again. Big run. And another big run up the middle nonetheless for Elliott. Oh, that got tight. He was stuck in line behind Crafton. He really wanted to clear Rayum, but he just wasn't clear to pull down. Crafton willing to stay up that middle lane in front of Elliott. So they work together. Gray and Hill on the outside of locked bumpers. Very tight off of turn 4. There's nowhere to go in the middle lane. Really boxed in. And that's where Elliott's finding himself right now, just trying to hold his lane and side draft as best as he can without making contact. He's doing a swell job of it now. All it takes is one little mistake and things can go very bad very quickly. And now he's going to clear Hill on the outside at least, so he's got a little bit of room to run. Elliott's got a big run down the back straightaway. Look at Crafton using the side draft there in the center of the corner to really pull back those guys as much as possible. And Elliott with a shot off of turn number 4. Elliott looking to help Crafton, and here comes Moffitt. He's helped Elliott periodically throughout the night. He's there again. It's like, hey, we've been fast together. Let's try this one more time. Crafton's going way up high. Elliott had a big run after he moved to the bottom. Fogelman still leads. Crafton got a big side draft to the outside of Elliott there. Got to do the trivia. I don't really, as much as I want to do the trivia tonight, wasn't able to get the trivia questions. It's a lot harder for me because I'm at work Monday through Wednesday, and I haven't been able to get trivia questions in the last couple days. That and planning the trip for Darlington. I promise you guys we'll have trivia going forward starting again tomorrow. I know it's the third stream in a row? Yeah, because we had a doubleheader on Sunday, so I guess technically. I'm really sorry for that. Looking for that to be a daily thing on these streams at least, and we'll still have that going forward. Fogelman holds on to the lead. Meanwhile, though, down the back straightaway. He goes high. Elliott to the bottom. Not a huge run into turn 3, but a run nevertheless. Big side draft in the center of the corner, and now a push from behind by Josh Reaume. Chase Elliott to the lead off of turn 4. And Elliott leads at the line with 31 to go. That is just the 4th lap Chase Elliott has led all night long. And we only have 30 laps to go this time by. And we are less than 10 laps away from likely the final pit stop of the race. At least for Elliott and these guys at the front of the field. Here comes Herbst now trying to lead the outside. Do I get nervous when I start the streams? Not really. I wouldn't say I get nervous. I get more nervous if it's a close race at the end than anything else. Only 5 laps led tonight by Elliott. Here comes Crafton on the top. Run stalled out. Elliott doing a good job controlling the lines. He's not led for more than 2 laps at a time, though. Yes, he's led 5 laps today, but he's only led for the 4th different time now, and he's not led more than 2 laps at once, so we'll see if he can make it 3 this next time at the line. They're going 3 wide for 2nd place behind him, and that's where it gets really tough to block all 3 lanes. Elliott doing a good job, though, down the back stretch into 3. That can be troubling for Elliott not having that truck with the speed into clean air, knowing that if he takes the lead with even just 2 to 3 to go, it's going to be so hard to hold on to this thing. And we saw at Daytona, even though he was clinched into that Daytona race into the round of 8 at the time, as Elliott leads the lap at the line. But here comes Harmon on the top, side by side for the lead into turn 1 with less than 30 to go now. Oh, Elliott got shuffled out of line. 3 wide for the lead. He's getting a big push in the middle from Tyler Hill. He goes way up the track. Oh, and look at Reaume trying to block. Oh, man, he just door slammed Elliott. Trying to block to the outside as he had Tanner Gray also to his inside. And you can see the momentum lost by Elliott after that contact. That did not look pretty and organized at the front of the field there. And neither Elliott or Reaume is going to lead at the line. In fact, Reaume is going to be the highest scored truck at the line in 6th. 5th rather. Three wide up the middle. And another big push, this time from Joe Nemechek. And Stuart Friesen now moves out in front of him. Down the back straightaway. I subscribe, welcome to the stream. Oh, up the middle. A lot of trucks on the outside. Elliott maybe trying to get the middle lane to work. Oh, outside's fading. Friesen got loose. He lost a lot of momentum there. Oh, man, Elliott got loose off of 4. He was lucky the trucks were cleared. It was inside. And now the 3 wide, and he's hanging on to the middle lane. Once again, and drifting back towards the back half of the top 10. Only led for 6 laps tonight. Oh, contact underneath him. Tyler Ankrum. Ankrum's a lap down right now. Big push. 4 wide. Into turn 3. Oh, Crafton pulled a huge block on Elliott and barely cleared him. Elliott up the track. Barely kept it off the 51. Good thing this track is wide enough, and now he got pushed. And a little loose off of 4 again after the push from Friesen just a couple laps away from green flag stops. You're going to see Elliott repair the damage he's got on the back of that race truck. Oh, man. 4 wide into turn 1. Moffitt checked up. Elliott had a big run and never wanted to lift. Friesen's still pushing him. Not anymore. He can't do it. He got stuck on the inside behind Austin Wayne Self. And look at the run Elliott's got. Elliott had an absolutely huge run there, and he still got a big run. Into turn 3. Right behind Crafton. We got trucks pitting this time. Elliott's got to stay out. He's going to try to use this momentum to his advantage. Crafton comes to pit lane. Thought the leader, Tanner Gray, was going to pit there. Not quite. "25 laps to go. Caution. Caution is out for the 4th time tonight with 25 to go. Final pit stops of the race coming. And a lot of those drivers did hit pit road there. But did they hit pit road before the caution came out? I would assume that some of them did, and if that's the case, they're going to cycle into the lead. It looks like Nemechek did. We do have some trucks a lap down. Once again here, Joe Nemechek will get the free pass. Unfortunately, Johnny Sauter's a lap down right now, and he came into this race basically needing a must-win scenario. It's going to be a tough go for Johnny Sauter to try and get back into this one. He's got to get back on the lead lap one way or another. He's not going to make it into the championship 4. Oh, no! Oh, we forgot to pit. I was looking at the leaderboard way too long. Green flag back in the air. Elliott leads the field to the green with just 22 laps to go at Talladega. And he missed pit road under caution. Oh my goodness. Elliott's going to have to pit this time. Way out in front of the field here. That's very troubling for Elliott. He's going to need a caution to get back into this thing. That will likely give the lead to Crafton or Eckes. They're side by side for second behind Elliott. The rest of the field can make it on fuel to the end. Almost a rookie error for Chase Elliott. He has to come to pit road for his final stop of the race. And had the ability under caution. It'll be a fuel-only stop here for Chase. Fuel-only stop to try and get him back on the track so he can hopefully hang on to the lead lap in case we do get another yellow. Unfortunately, that is going to be the only chance Elliott's got in this one. 10.7 second stop. He'll easily be able to hold on to the lead lap. But what a tough break with 21 laps to go now for Chase Elliott. That was boneheaded on my behalf. I can't believe I did that. Well, Elliott hoping for the yellow. $20 to go this time by for the leaders. So 20 to go for Elliott, 19 to go back behind him, and he's going to need a caution. Now, we took fuel only to get back out on the track to make sure he was going to hold on to the lead lap. If we get a caution, Elliott will take tires under the pit stop. But he'll have to come from the rear of the field to the front. And he's only led 6 laps tonight. Under green, that is. Guess he led 3 under the caution. So Chase Elliott has led 9 laps in total in tonight's race. But that's it. He's led officially 5 different times. Got enough fuel to the end. About a lap to the good. Just hoping and praying for a caution at this point. We've seen 4 of them so far tonight. It's a good thing Elliott won the first 2 races of the round. He's already in the championship, but this is going to be a rough go to the finish if we don't get a caution. Oh, I'm just wearing a Green Bay Packers shirt. That's all it says. Green Bay Packers on it. It's one of those like thermal cooling / cooling shirts. Like, it's long sleeve. I roll the sleeves up in the summertime, but it's still like, it kind of cools me off a little bit. It's kind of breathable, but it can kind of keep you warm too. In the winter, it's pretty thin, but I actually got it at Walmart for like 20 bucks, so I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. It works pretty good. And you can see those guys coming off of turn 2. That pack is coming on strong, and whatever Chase Elliott does here, he's got to stay on the lead lap. If not, he's got to be in the free pass position. Worst case scenario, Elliott has to be in the free pass position. If they get a caution off the restart all the way at the back, but that is the only chance he's going to have of winning the race. Sooner the caution comes, the better. That is more laps for Elliott to get to the front. Andrew Hollenbach, welcome to the stream. But at least, either way, we should get a glimpse at the front runners by the end of the race, which could be very exciting, as we have 16 to go now for the leaders. So 16 to go, or we get a caution before we get to the white flag. Remember the Xfinity Series race here at Talladega? We got to the white flag when the last caution came out. Well, that happened here tonight. Yeah, it is Clay Matthews. Back when he was a Packer, of course. $15 to go. Still on the lead lap for now. And here come the leaders. Christian Eckes leads the race off of turn 2, a 3-truck breakaway at the front of the field. So they have caught Chase Elliott, but Eckes willing to push him here. Tag team, and maybe it could be a 2-truck tandem with Eckes just pulling away from these 2 trucks behind him in this 3-truck breakaway. $15 to go. Elliott just trying to hold on. Right front down to 20%. It's wearing out quite a bit. Elliott got really loose off of turn 2. These other guys have a lot better handling than he does as well. Oh, I did play Madden games for a while. I didn't get Madden this year. But, I just don't really have time for video games outside of what I do on the channel. Between traveling and working a full-time job, whatever else I have going on, summertimes I play a lot of golf. Elliott riding around with Eckes, trying to hold on to the lead lap. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat, guys. I'm really trying not to mess this up. "13 laps left, 12 to go though for the leaders behind Elliott. Christian Eckes looking for his first off the upset today, even though he's running in a KBM truck, knowing he completely missed the playoffs unlike his teammate Riley Herbst. Eckes still looking for that first career win. Likely his last shot at it. As far as this season is concerned, of course. And it is a 2-truck breakaway. Eckes, if he just stays to the back bumper of Elliott here, there is no reason why Eckes cannot win this race. 12 to go. 12 laps left here at Talladega. I don't think that right front's going to really be able to make it to the end of the race for Elliott. He took the risk taking fuel only there, but I don't know if that right front's going to make it. We'll have to wait and see. Boy, that would be a terrible situation for the leaders right in front of the field if we don't get a caution beforehand. Now, Elliott will have better handling than the rest of the field once he pits. Speed-wise, it's not going to make much of a difference, but he's definitely going to have to be bold and aggressive if he gets that last chance. 10 laps to go for Christian Eckes here at Talladega to win the race. Elliott lined up last on the lead lap in 28th. Amari P, welcome to the stream. %9 left on that right front, but Elliott's going to run it until it blows. 9 to go, this time by for Eckes. Staying content, and that's actually pretty smart of Eckes. Work as a team, don't try to fight to get around the lap truck of Elliott. Work as a team, you can win this race. And that's what he's looking at here with just 9 to go now. But the 9 laps at Talladega is a long ways to hold on to this. He's logging a lot of laps led in the meantime in this too. And this was a lot easier to have happen when it was just a 3-truck breakaway, but now it's just 2 with only 1 with being Eckes. Be an awkward finish to the end of the race for the rest of the field here, but what a win nonetheless at Talladega of all tracks for Christian Eckes. So there we go. We look at the points battle, of course. Ben Rhodes, 26th. Ben Rhodes likely would not make the playoffs, finishing outside the top 20. He came into this race just 3 points to the good. He was the last driver in on points coming in. 8 to go now for Eckes. 8 laps left. And Elliott's running out of time. He needs a caution ASAP. That right front's not only going to blow, but he's going to have less laps to work with if he does get a caution at this point. Probably only have about 5 drivers. Trevor Baines racing trucks at Darlington. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Good for him. Oh boy. He got loose off of turn 4 there. He's still getting pushed there by Eckes, but does Eckes know Chase Elliott's tires at risk of blowing in the next lap or two? Guess we're going to have to find out. 7 to go. Elliott still hoping for the caution. Boy, this could really shake up the playoff standings if we get another restart in this one. And I'd be shocked if we didn't get a caution just simply because of the fact that right front on Elliott's truck is very low. But he's willing to stay out because he does not have really another choice if he wants a shot to win the race. He's going to make it back to the line at least here. But I would not be surprised if that right front blows going through 1 and 2, and Elliott's just likely going to have to brace for impact. 6 laps to go for Christian Eckes at Talladega. That tire's lasted all the way off of turn 2. Oh, it's flat. That right front is flat on Chase Elliott. He's still trucking along fine, but Eckes is still locked onto the back bumper. Now into 1 and 2. Up the racetrack. Eckes still locked onto the back of him. They have pulled way ahead from the leaders. This is unbelievable, but Eckes is going to have to shake him here before long. Where's the rest of the field coming? Eckes backs off now. Trying to get around him. Elliott tries to block. Oh, there's contact. He's got to let Eckes go. Caution's out. With 6 to go, caution is out at Talladega. Elliott rode it out long enough to get the yellow, and he'll get the free pass. But he can unfortunately not repair the damage because it is above the 5-second damage clause, but he can take 4 fresh tires. We will have a green-white checker with 2 to go. And poor thing for Eckes because this race is no longer sealed up. And that's why we stayed out. Now the problem is with 2 laps, Elliott's not going to get to the front, but if he gets a couple cautions along the way, which could very well happen at Talladega, it's not impossible. You guys know the rules. If we get a caution, we'll rack them and stack them again unless the white flag comes out first. If we get to the white flag, the next flag will end the race, whether it's the yellow or the checker, as the green is back in the air with just 2 laps to go. This is a finish under regulation. We are not in overtime. Oh, a couple trucks got loose there. And these guys on older tires. Elliott's got a lot of damage to his race truck, though, too. He's going to need help from behind him. And Sauter got held a lap down because of that incident. And Elliott's booking it on the bottom, 3 wide. And look at these trucks scattering. All these playoff drivers looking for every point they can get before the end of the race. Will we make it back to the white flag? Or will we have another go at it? Elliott going to be super aggressive here. He's not going to be able to get to the front. Oh, he's getting hung out to dry. Sauter getting around him. He's trying to fight for every point, but Sauter's not going to make it. He came in well below the cut line. He's a lap down. Sauter will not make it to the playoffs. The white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Should say Sauter will not make it to the championship 4. They're 4 wide at the back of the pack. 4 wide at the back. It looks like Clay Greenfield leads the field off of turn 2. Can Greenfield hold on to win it at Talladega? How incredible would that be? Clay Greenfield looking for his first career win. He's got a small gap, though, in between him and second place. Off of turn 4. Can he hold on to it in the 68 truck? Cell phone race team. Through the trioval one final time. He's gonna do it. Clay Greenfield will pull off the upset at Talladega as the pack falls behind. A green-white checker, Greenfield took the lead on the restart and wins the race. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that was likely the cause of the last caution there, with Johnny Sauter being involved in an accident. He was a lap down before. He finished a lap down after. Tyler Ankrum, the only driver to DNF in the race. Actually, Ankrum would have been the cause of the caution then. And what a tough break for Eckes. If that caution didn't come out, he had the race won with 5 to go. Likely. I mean, the pack could have ran him down because he was quite a ways out ahead once he got past Chase. So again, Sauter will not make the playoffs. Ben Rhodes and Ben Rhodes, Chastain 26th, 27th, both playoff drivers. Chastain came in +8, Rhodes +3, and I'd have to assume that they both missed it. Elliott, of course, was already locked in. He finished 24th. Crafton 20th. Not a good run for him either. Crafton came in -14. So we'll take a look at the points here. Jacob Comstock, welcome to the stream regardless. So everybody stay tuned. We're going to do, or I should say I'm going to calculate the points here as we take a look at your finishing order too. Top 10 results like this. Clay Greenfield first. Stuart Friesen second. First career win, by the way, for Greenfield. 74 minutes total time in the race today. It's an hour and 14 minutes. Grant Enfinger finished third, first playoff driver in the finishing order. Brett Moffitt in fourth, Christian Eckes fifth. So Eckes fell from first to fifth in those final 2 laps, unfortunately. After that caution, Ty Gillen sixth, Tanner Gray seventh, Jennifer Jo Cobb eighth, ninth was Austin Wayne Self, and 10th was John Hunter Nemechek. Austin Hill, another playoff driver, in 11th, and Riley Herbst 16th was the final the other playoff driver we did not see there. So 5 cautions total in the race today also. So we'll take a look at the point standings here. Let me get my laptop right in front of me. I got the points on here, so we'll do the quick math. And I'll let you guys know who the championship for is. I got a pretty good idea of it because of those 3 drivers finishing at the back, that those 3 likely didn't make it. But 'And you wonder what could have been too if I just would have remembered to pit under that second to last caution. I mean, we were in the top 10. We were going to pit, and I just completely lost track of everything because I was looking at the running order with all the points and everything and the strategy of what was going on and who pitted, who didn't. That was a tough break. Definitely my fault, that is for sure. Almost done, guys. All right. So obviously we know, again, Chase Elliott was the first driver to lock himself into the playoffs with a win in the first 2 races of the round of 8. The first driver to lock himself in on points was Riley Herbst here tonight. Ross Chastain was the second driver in on points, so he'll be the number 3 seed into the Championship 4 race. And last but not least, oh no, let me correct myself. I almost messed that up. Okay, so I missed it. Grant Enfinger. So Grant Enfinger was the first driver in on points. Second driver in on points was Ross Chastain, and Riley Herbst gets the last spot in by 8 points. So Riley Herbst gets the final spot by 8 points over Ben Rhodes. Matt Crafton missed by 17. Austin Hill missed by 18. And Johnny Sauter missed by 33. So that is the running order here in this one. Or sorry, I should say that is the Championship 4. So once again, Chase Elliott with his 2 wins makes it. And the 3 drivers will make it on points. Will be Ben Rhodes. Why do I keep saying that? I keep messing it up. Riley Herbst, Ross Chastain, and Grant Enfinger, along with Chase Elliott, will be the Championship 4 at Las Vegas for the championship in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. That should be a lot of fun, to say the least. And that will be coming up likely in a few weeks by the time we get to that championship race. Because again, we'll run the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series custom scheduled championship mode races all back to back to back as far as days go. So we'll try to keep those in order. Looks like Sheldon Creed had the tough break in this one. Chase Elliott had the fastest lap with a 50.572. Christian Eckes led the most laps in the race, 27 laps, led most of those in the final waning laps before that final yellow with 5 to go. And Stuart Friesen on the move, started at the rear, finished second. He came close to winning this one here today, to getting that first win of the season. So that is going to do it. And once again, the Championship 4 going into Vegas in a couple weeks for the custom schedule season for NASCAR Heat 5. Season 1 of 2 for the Truck Series, of course, will be Chase Elliott, Grant Enfinger, Ross Chastain, and rookie Riley Herbst will be going for it all right there. Of those drivers, the only driver who has not won yet this season is Grant Enfinger. And he was the first driver to make his way in on points into the Championship 4 after tonight's race at Talladega. So let's see if Enfinger can pull off the miracle. No wins on the season, looking for a championship. Again, it'll be at Vegas. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll have NASCAR Xfinity Series action on the channel. And it will be at Iowa for race number 18 of that custom schedule season. So hope to see you guys then. Regular season waning on there. We're racing as Kyle Busch is, for that season. And currently in the standings, we are 23 points, I believe, back of Austin Cindric for the regular season title. So that should be a lot of fun trying to chase him. We'll go short track racing tomorrow night. That is going to do it here for this one. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video in general. Sorry for the mistake late in the race that took us out of it. That is definitely my bad. There's no doubt about that. But we'll go for a championship in the Truck Series and go for wins in both the Cup and Xfinity to close out the season as well. NASCAR Thunder 04 will be coming to the channel likely next week. I got the adapter. The problem is I just can't use it obviously tonight and tomorrow by the time I get everything set up because I'm working and then I leave for Darlington Thursday. So a busy week on the channel. And the last thing I have to mention... No, I think we covered everything. Yep. So, again, that's going to do it. I'll be back again tomorrow night. Similar start time to what these last 2 streams were the last couple nights. Once I get off of work, we'll get right at it. So, again, have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.